Welcome back, humans! Well, it's 2021. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope everybody had a good time and stayed safe and don't have too much of a hangover or anything like that. Or if somebody's still experiencing one today, you know what I'm saying? Sorry about that. I feel for y'all. You know? We're finally here. It's 2021. Hopefully we can get some positivity going on. And a cheers to some new positivity and good things to come. So, like I said, I'm glad it's over. Let's start a new chapter, and hopefully we can get on to some better things and better days. Better things, better days. That's what I'm hoping for everybody out there. Everybody out there, I'm hoping and praying and hoping. It's all you can do right now because it's like out of our hands, you know? But I was watching some show, man. It found me a little gem. I like when I find these little gems, you know? I was watching the Netflix A's, chilling and doing some Netflix and chilling, you know? So I like floating through the Netflix A's, you know, and sometimes I'll find these things I don't know about, you know? There's all these great shows. I mean, I can go on with all the shows that I haven't even watched yet as far as all those big series, right? But I'll find this little gem and then I'll binge it. It'll be such a good one that it's like straight up binge worthy. You know what I'm saying? So I'll sit there and I found this one show. It was like a game show. It was like a new game show pilot or something because it was only like one season. And so I thought I would check it out. You know, I was like, after watching it, I kind of understand why it's one season. I mean, you could clearly understand why it's one season because it was a little extreme. It was a little extreme. I'll say that. You know, there was those shows with that fighting thing in Italy and all those crazy games too. That shit was crazy too. But this was just like, I don't know, man. It was a weird show. I'm about to break it down for you guys, and man, it was just wild. I recommend it. It's really interesting. So before I get started, I would like if you guys could hit that like button and hit me with the subscription. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And turn on that notification button so you guys never miss an episode once I drop one. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here twice a week, Wednesday and Saturday. But with that said, let's get on with it. The show was crazy. It was just crazy. Okay, so they pick contestants and they get these people all in a room, and it's like a European show. I forget where exactly they shoot the show. Man, I should pay more attention to that. I'm always slacking on some of those little intricate details that may make it more interesting, you know. But so yeah, they're all European. They're over there and they pick people. They got them all in a group, all these volunteers, and I'm sure they signed these waivers because man, these contests are pretty crazy. So they get these people and they get all their pictures and they tape them to a wooden spoon. And yeah, I think they're in Ireland. I think that's where the contest is taking place. If I remember now that I'm thinking, I think it was in Ireland. Okay, y'all got a crazy game over there in Ireland. It was bananas, but I would watch this. You know what I'm saying? So I did watch this, and so they go in Ireland. They get these people together. They got their pictures on a wooden spoon, and they put them all in a bowl. And they got these three captains. They're like these they're well-known people over there where they're from. So they have these judges. They're like judges or hosts also, and they pick somebody's picture randomly out of the jar. And these things are like I don't know, man. It's like your voodoo doll or something. It's got like your picture on there all taped, and it's just kind of crazy. It's like they have your doom. Your doom is at their fingertips. You know what I'm saying? So they pick you, and the name of this game is called Flinch. This name of the whole show is Flinch. So the object is to not flinch. So they'll give you these crazy, put you in crazy scenarios. Took a couple notes here. They took they take put you in these crazy scenarios, and they make an object of the game is to not flinch. You remember the game when we were kids? You know what I'm saying? Two for flinching. All you got was punch in the arm. You know what I'm saying, or something. That was like the least of it. Or if you had a group of people, you got a bunch of punches at one time. You know what I'm saying? You was just like, damn, you just got. It was supposed to be two for flinching, like in Stand By Me, but no, you got like 45 because you had like six friends with you, and they all decided to give you two, even if my math was bad. It still ended up being that many. But anyways, so they they pick you guys in this. this game, and you can't flinch. So some of these contests were just like, I swear, man, they were like borderline torture, or they were probably old. Like some of them, I believe, were like, I was looking up some of these things. I think some of these things were used in like medieval times, and they were like medieval torture devices. And I ain't even playing. Like there was some shit in there that like I felt like they made a comedy out this thing, but damn, I was like, I wouldn't have signed that waiver after seeing this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know if you had a chance to just be like, no, I'm out of here, and just walk out the show, because it was pretty extreme. Some shit, like I said, was like borderline torture, like borderline like interrogation methods. You know, like you know what I'm saying? All that was missing was like waterboarding. And there was one that was kind of like waterboarding. There was one just like waterboarding. So okay, so you can't flinch, like I said. So they pick these people, different people each round, and see who wins the round. I don't even know if you win money, because like I don't even see like trophies or nothing like that. And they all just like survive or something. I don't know. It's weird. And then, so the less you flinch, like the better your score. So it's almost like golf. Like the lower number is the winner. You know, is the best score. The low score is the high score. And so some of these, like I said, some of these contests were just bananas. They strapped this guy, or everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that got, whoever spoon / voodoo doll got picked had to get strapped up to this table, standing up, arms zip tied and shit like that. It was all weird, like, what's that shit called? Bondage. You know what I'm saying? They was all kinky as hell. And they had some weird dude that would tie you up, and he looked like he was enjoying it a little too much. That's probably why it was only one season, because I think shit just got a little out of hand, because I'll get to that in a minute. I mean, well, you know what? I'm going to say it right now. It was crazy. All right? They got this guy in there that works on the show, and he don't have, like, no specific role except to tie y'all up and restrain y'all. And look like he was having fun with this one girl. It creeped me out. And I thought he was going to untie her, but he was just, like, playing with her buckles on her hands and shit. And I was like, man, that's fucking nuts. That was a little weird. You know what I'm saying? So let me get back to this. And I'll get back to that, because there's even more details to that. More to come. No. But, so they got you strapped up to this board, and they asked you, they got to make you flinch, basically. So they got these, like, pipes, wind pipes behind you, almost like a train whistle type wind pipes. And so they got the wind pipes, and you're not facing it. You know what I'm saying? So that way they can startle you. You know what I'm saying? They can just freak you out. And so they blow the wind pipes. You flinch or you don't flinch, and if you do flinch, they don't just like there's a little like moat of water under you, like a moat, but it's water. So you think you're just gonna go forward and get scared or whatever? No, they fucking literally. I can't even say that damn word right. I hate it. Literally, but so they literally spin you around like a fucking hamster wheel, like face down in the water, and roll you back up standing up. And then they pop that fucking horn in your ear again and just make you all fucked up. And some people have like panic attacks in there, man. Like, and they still just be flipping them in that water, and they just be freaking out, like and everything is considered a flinch. And I was like, man, they're like borderline torturing these people. It was crazy. And I mean, that was just one of the like contests. You know what I'm saying? There was another one. Oh my gosh. So there was another one where you have these like wooden hands. They're like big wooden hands that are shaped of pie crusts. And they got these fucking strings hooked up to them with your legs or some shit. And then they got to make you flinch that way too. They got like, I forget what they were doing right there, but it was messing you up. You know what I'm saying? They would like make you flinch, and they'd like smack the pies in your face with these big wooden things, man. And like, I mean, all they did was put like whipped cream in there. It didn't look like all this pie filling. It was like straight up like whipped cream, whipped pie filling. You know what I'm saying? Like Miracle Whip or something, Cool Whip. And they were just smacking them with this fucking wooden hands every time they get scared and shit. Like, pow, pow, pow. These guys are fucking slapping each other. It was kind of like when you were being bullied and they were like, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? I mean, it was fucking, oh my God. And I couldn't stop watching. I could not stop watching because it was only a few episodes because there ain't no other season. Because they were probably like, fuck y'all. They probably got sued. I'm just saying. And so then got another one that was like it was like Operation the Real Game. So they got your arms, you got to stick them out straight, and you got a metal fucking like prong in your hand. It's already bad sounding, I'm telling you, right? I know. You already know what you're thinking. It's probably right. So they got these things. Then your hands are sticking these prongs in between this metal ring. It's like the Operation game. You know what I'm saying? And you can't touch it or else you're going to get electrocuted. And so while that's happening, you're wearing this weird medieval old like scuba fucking old school scuba helmet suit made fucking weird torture device thing over your face. It's clear, plexiglass, and there's a guy in front of you, point blank, just blasting fucking paintballs at your face. And like getting you to flinch, you're like, bzz, bzz, bzz. It's fucking nuts, man. They had all this crazy shit going on. And I can understand why it was one season. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I could understand a lot. I can understand big time while it was one season. And I got more. I got more of this crazy shit that might be a whole nother Netflix series all about the suit. It might turn into like a Joe Exotic series because there'll be a whole like crazy thing about this torture game. Like the people that didn't make the show, you know what I'm saying? There's probably non-survivors and people disappearing and shit. But they weren't getting fed to tigers. You know what I'm saying? They can, who knows what was happening? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? This could be a whole new show, people. Whole new show, humans. Got to take notes. So so I know I tell you they got to flinch, right? So you know what makes it even creepier is they blindfold them to take them to their next stunt, so you can't even see what's happening. So they put this weird Velcro burlap fucking blindfold over your face. It's all creepy, and they take you to this place, and they don't blindfold you when you're already, about to meet your doom. About to meet your interrogation torture method. You know what I'm saying? You're about to get interrogated by the government or something. You know what I'm saying? Government. They're coming for you. It's crazy. All right, so they got your arms sticking out. The guy's shooting paintballs, and you're supposed to keep your shit together without getting shocked. And then you're getting shocked, and that's making you react. So you're like, bzz, bzz. Some people are just shocking each other, just freaking out from the first shock. You know what I'm saying? They end up shocking each other, like shocking themselves like 10 times. You know what I'm saying? And then they got this weird shit like a pendulum. They got this fucking thing. It's like a fucking, it's like a pendulum comes at you like a big, and they have like these big ass objects like appliances and like big tires and chainsaws and saws and shit, electrical tools, power tools running. And it fucking just comes at your face and they want you to just like to sit still. They want you to just keep your fucking cool. Some people do it though. Some people do it. But man, when you don't, man, it's fucked up. If something goes wrong, something's going to go way wrong over there, man. And like I said, something might have because it's only one season. It was like the show's not even new. You know what I'm saying? It's like probably maybe I think it was 2017, 2018, something like that. It's an older show. Like I said, I'll just go skim through and I'm like, oh, I'm going to see what this is all about. And I'll watch it like a little bit of it. And I'm like, oh, I'm hooked. You know what I'm saying? So I get in there and, and I see these crazy people getting tortured. They're getting tortured. I watch these people I just explained two medieval, torture devices that are still in use this year. I mean, last year or a couple years ago. Man, I got it all messed up. Sound like a politician. It was like last year or time ago. And they were all right. No, I'm just kidding. So I got another one. So they would, not only would they electrocute you with that thing, right? So they got another one where they have you strapped down, all fucking tortured, like another one where you can't move like you're in a crazy asylum. They got your legs strapped up, hands strapped up, your fucking head strapped up like you're in a fucking electric chair. You're back here like, and then they fucking bring a railroad electric train comes around with fucking rotten ass food and shit like that. They bring you in there with your blindfold on and a big pin on your nose. They take it off and they fucking bring this rotten ass, nasty smelling stuff on you with these crazy. I never seen red maggots before. There was red maggots on this shit. Like it wasn't mealworms. They were like white maggots and red maggots. Maybe they dyed them for like science or something. I don't know, but I never seen red maggots before. That was nuts. And this stuff would smell so bad, and these people have to not flinch. And if you did flinch, there was a guy next to you with a fucking cattle prong. He was hurting you like cattle. I'm serious. It was crazy, man. Like if you flinch, he was like zap. And one dude would flinch and almost throw up. I felt bad for man. And like I said, I do spoilers, so I don't care. The shit ain't new. Y'all probably seen it already. You know what I'm saying? Because like I don't always watch all the series. Like I said, I'll just flip through and find me a little gem. And so my man kept tripping out and getting zapped at the same time. He would try to puke and do these dry heaves. He was like, oh, zap, and he's trying to puke and get electrocuted and stay alive and not smell this shit at the same time. He didn't know what to fucking do. He was like, oh, like just getting all crazy zapped up. Oh my God, it was so great. I wish you guys got to see this. It's called Flinch. It's fun. I know there's going to be another season, like I said, because, man, you just heard what I just gave y'all. These were straight up torturing for comedy purposes. And I did got a great laugh out of it. And then afterwards, I was like, then I started thinking about it afterwards. You know what I'm saying? It was like when you were a kid and you weren't supposed to do what you were going to do because you're going to get grounded. And you go and do it anyways. You're going to get grounded anyways. Your friends talk you into it. And you go do it. And then afterwards, you're in trouble. And, you sit back and like, man, I could have did that this way. So that's how you look at it after you're done. You're like, man, I shouldn't have did that. Mom, you was right. You know what I'm saying? You was right. You know what I'm saying? So you get that feeling afterwards. At least I did. So they hit you with a cattle prong, which is pretty messed up. And then they also had this one crazy one. Like I said, they tie you up already like you're doing some fucking bondage type shit. And then they bring in some fucking Madonna crazy kinky shit, right? I mean, I know she ain't the originator, but she did do it. She kind of brought it to light to a lot of people that, was newbies to that kind of stuff. And so they got you strapped up in this chair and candles burning in all these areas. So if you flinched, it would make the fucking candle wax just pour on your fucking body, on your hands and legs. They had you in shorts. And people were tripping out even more because of the wax even. It was making them fucking burn themselves even more, man. You was hoping sometimes you get lucky and you see a couple of the candles get put out from the wax be fucking burning. And so all this is happening to all these people. And you think that's the bad part. There's even worse. They put you in this medieval fucking thing where you're stuck like Proctor from fucking Police Academy. If y'all youngsters never seen it before, it's a funny series. It was a fucking long, they made like 6 of them or some shit. But like the ones with Steve Guttenberg and all them old actors were the best. You know what I'm saying? But so my man broke his arm. His arms were in a cast like this. One of my buddies was one time too. He had one arm. But anyways, I ain't saying shout out to you, homie. But anyways, they got this shit on him like this. They got you in this shit. They put a cage on your fucking head and they bring these rats and the rats got to come and eat food in front of you and shit. And you're not supposed to flinch. And if you do flinch, man, you get fucking electrocuted. They mess you up. And then your fingers are inside a bunch of fucking mouse traps. And you're fucking getting your shit snapped. You're like, snap, 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 snap. On your fucking fingers getting all jacked up. I mean, this is some old school interrogation ass shit, if you ask me. I mean, they were going nuts on people. I recommend you see this, guys. Like I said, I wanted to show some clips, but I was trying to get, they already messed with me a couple things just because of the, some of that crap we mentioned in some of the videos. So I know I'm going to get permission to use some of them clips, but I might do some pictures. I can do some photos or whatever. But man, I recommend you see this because you're going to see some borderline tortures. I mean, they was torturing people and they were trying to laugh it off. It's because they're like a younger generation, so they could like laugh off when they're being tortured. It's bananas what they was doing, man. They put a fucking metal fucking feeding head thing on your head, like a feeding helmet, and let some big ass emus go over there and fucking, and they would like eat off your face and scare you. And if you got fucking moved out of there, you would get zapped. They had you sitting like in a shopping cart that was hooked up to a car battery. Yeah, that's what I said. A shopping cart hooked up to a car battery. And it would fucking zap that ass. It would zap you if you fucking flinch from a big ass fucking bird, and who wouldn't flinch? You know what I mean? But they had this one dude on there. I mean, that dude was all off the chain. He was like an Indian guy. He looked Mexican, and my man was a shout out to you, man. He was fucking non-flinching dude. He looked like a fucking human Cabbage Patch. He had like a big wide what was that? When was that candy called? Lemon Heads. You know what I'm saying? Like a lemon head / Cabbage Patch mixture. And my man would never flinch at nothing. Until they put the mouses on his ass. As soon as they brought them rats out, he started tripping out. He looked like that big ass fucking Cabbage Patch Kid in the movie back in the day from like the 80s or some shit that they did a Cabbage Patch movie. They all looked all fucking scary and shit. You thought Annabelle was scary. Watch that old Cabbage Patch movie. That'll fuck your kids up. You guys want to watch a scary movie? Find that old ass movie, put it on. They'll be like, what the fuck, you guys? What is this, mom? You know what I'm saying? They'll be watching this movie and they're like, ugh, those big ass fucking puppets. Big man babies. So this guy looked like one of those, and he wasn't flinching for shit until they put them rats on him. Then he started fucking tripping out. It was awesome. But I recommend you see this show. Like I said, the object is to like not flinch. And if you do flinch, there's some crazy ass consequences to all that shit. You know what I'm saying? There's like, man, you get some crazy consequences, obviously. And, man, like I said, They had them all strapped up in all these weird things and doing all these old machines. It looked like a fucking modern day, like, scary movie, like when they did a spoof on horror movies. It was like they did a spoof on the Saw films. It's like I was watching a comedy of Saw shit. Like the Saw stunts that didn't were not, you didn't cut your foot off, so we might as well use this for a game show. You know what I'm saying? Like it looked like Saw shit, like the way they were hooked you up to these like ropes, and if you moved, it did all these reactions. It was like crazy, like a comedy version of Saw, basically. If y'all want to see a comedy version of a Saw movie, and y'all love the Saw movies, go see this shit. I'm serious. It's the real deal. That is some entertainment. I felt like I was watching Running Man with Schwarzenegger, but the real game show that he was in. Not the movie, but the real fucking game show. Like I thought people was gonna die. You know what I'm saying? I was waiting for y'all to die. I ain't gonna lie. I was waiting for somebody to get fucked up. And like like I said, there's gonna be people getting sued after this shit's done. For real. Like and these pick all these people like volunteers. Like remember when fucking like American Idol, like my favorite American Idol auditions, like when they used to have them bad singers, like that was like innocent type shit. Like this is crazier than this is not as safe. Like those were safer than this, because you're gonna get fucked up over here, or you're gonna be scarred. You know what I'm saying? Like this feels like you're in a like a CIA interrogation room. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gave you the files? And you're like, what are you talking about? And they fucking slip your head in the water, or they fucking zap that ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll shoot a fucking arrow at you, and you're like, oh my God. You're like, zzz, zzz, and they got you fucking. I mean, this is what that shit looks like. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. As I get that fucking tranquilizer dart in the neck, as I fucking broke a secret. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And you see me finish the rest of the episode like this. Then I come back to. And I never drop my beer. I come back to, and I'm like, man, what happened? 40 minutes went by, and I take another drink, like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened. And I'll be like, good thing I wasn't live, you know what I'm saying? But that's what would happen. That's why I plan on going live in the future when I'm able to. Right now I'm restricted to, because I don't have enough subscribers or whatever. But that would be hilarious. You know what I'm saying? I get the fucking trank dart. Like, while I'm doing an episode, like, spilling an accidental secret from the government files. I'm all like, hey, you know what I'm saying? They got this, and this going on when you don't answer questions. And then I fucking get knocked out. It wasn't like Joey Diaz on the Stars of Death. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Joey Diaz. I'm just saying, like, I just got, like, sitting there with the window open on the summer day. And all of a sudden I was like, man, I thought that was a mosquito. Fucking just go out. On an accidental spill. You know what I'm saying? But. Like I said, so the show is fun. Let me get back to it. I got a little derailed there. But, so you get, like, the scores are better when you get the lower you flinch. So if you lower the number, better this points for you. So what happens is the judge that picks you, after all these rounds of they add all the scores up. So if the lower score wins on the judges also. Because they're kind of like the captains of the team. Because they pick your voodoo doll spoon thing. And, so they keep you on there. And then the scores, and then the judges also have to suffer the consequences. So if their guys that they picked from the wooden spoon voodoo doll, has the highest flinches, then they got to go through something what they call the forfeit something. I forget what it's called. The forfeit challenge or the forfeit flinch. So that means the judges lost too. So they got to go through one of those fucking obstacles. And it's almost like a sneak peek of what's going to be a new stunt on the next episode. They do something crazy you ain't seen, and they got to go through some shit. It's funny, man. Like I said, it was borderline. Like I said, it felt like some old interrogation tactics, like some old equipment they would use back then. And I recommend you see it. It's called Flinch. Don't forget, it's called Flinch. It's called Flinchy Flinch. I had to take notes on that because I didn't want to miss a lot of it. There's still a lot of shit at it. There was still so much more. And it's like one season. And like I said before, you'll understand why it's one season. Because they had that weird kinky guy that had to tie everybody up. This dude had to come and tie you up, right? And I didn't feel right about it. Like, at first it was cool, like, because he didn't do weird shit, right? But as the fucking show went on, like, okay, I'm 2 episodes in, right? And then my man's, like, getting a little weird. Like, he's getting a little too much excited with shit. And like I said, there was this one scene where he had to untie this one woman. I think it was the one with the wax. I think it was that weird wax shit. I think he was getting turned on by it. The guy that works there. That's why I think a lot of shit happened like that we don't know about this show. Because, man, like I mentioned earlier, I thought he was going to untie her, and they cut the camera, and he just like was playing with her locks on her fucking hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, la la la, like just fucking, she was like, and he just looked at her, and he wasn't even talking. He just like, it was like some weird character, like that weird monkey dude in like The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy. Like, that dude wouldn't talk really. He would just like make these weird fucking faces and shit, and wear a fucking weird ass like poker visor. It was like that weird kind of shit. Like, this dude just had this weird vibe. You know what I'm saying? He had this weird vibe. He fucking weirded me out. So I think that was one of the reasons that this show didn't make it. And then I think people got injured, or people got fucking like mentally scarred, because this was some weird, it looked like some old medieval torture shit. But they put like a comedic twist on it, because I laughed. I was entertained. I watched the hell out of it. But I'm also taking notes on it because I got a weird feeling that there's going to be some new Netflix days series on this actual show, because I think people are going to get killed, or somebody's going to be disappearing. Like I said, if people didn't make it, some weird casting couch shit, and there's going to be some fucking like a whodunit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to that creepy dude? Or what happened to that lady that was getting the fucking buckles played with? Or what happened to the fucking, that one super tall guy? There was a dude there with these crazy ass tight jeans, and they kept making fun of his jeans. My man's jeans was so crazy tight, man. Oh my gosh. You should not be wearing that shit. There was basically spandex denim. It was basically spandex denim. I'm for real. It was like denim spandex. They didn't even, I don't know, man. It's like Jay Leno's shirt, but made into jeans. But like crazy tight. This dude's jeans was tight. And you know how they say like, oh, they look like a busted can of biscuits, right? No, this shit was like pork tenderloin with the string tied around it. You know what I'm saying? He had like a couple little tears. And the tears are supposed to be like where they can show flesh. Well, he fucking stretched him so bad, it like made noose threads that covered the tear part. You know what I'm saying? And then it made his knees buckle. Like, his knees was fucking clinched in the middle and like bucked out at the end. You know what I'm saying? It was like weird, like a broken tuning fork. You know what I'm saying? Like, his legs was just, those jeans were so tight, it was like fucking up his normal leg function and shit. It was just pulling his knees in. He looked all messed up. You know what I'm saying? It was like a weird, it wasn't bow-legged or pigeon-toed. I don't know what it was, like bow-pigeoned. Shit was jacked up. That's all I can say. And, so that dude right there, like I said, he was the one that was vomiting and getting shocked at the same time. Like, they wouldn't even let him react. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Another guy was like super tall, and that dude, like, I never seen him. I only saw him for like one contest. I'm like, what happened? Where'd he go? You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting a big Netflix series, big murder mysteries, people vanishing, like I said, casting couches, Me Too movement things. So I don't know what's going on. I'd be like, stay tuned for this one, humans. And I'm telling you right now, I'm just giving you the heads up. I feel like there was some lawsuits or something going on, because I thought it was pretty entertaining. And being that what we've seen, like all the crazy stuff we saw in the 2020, I mean, all that crazy stuff we went through in the 2020, you know, a couple days ago, a whole year ago now, you know what I'm saying? That whole 365 days back then, you know what I'm saying? All that crazy shit that happened. With all that happening, I could see this like coming on NBC. What do you think? What do you think, humans? I could see this coming on like with Dancing with the Stars or The Bachelor. You know what I'm saying? French. You know what I'm saying? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Replace that shit with this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, how crazy was that last year? It's only going to get crazier with the entertainment now. They were pushing boundaries, you know, like right now, like what you can see on TV, even on the free channels, you know what I'm saying? Like, they push boundaries on what you could see now. So I think it wouldn't surprise me if a show like this starts coming on like normal free TV, like right when your kids get home from school. You know what I'm saying? Like, or when your kids get done with your internet school. You know what I'm saying? Once your kids are done with your online school, they can go to the TV, shut the monitor off, and turn the fucking turn Flinch on. And then it's gonna get viral. I'm all making predictions over here like I'm Heimstradamus over here. I'm making some Heimstradamus predictions. The predictions of Heimstradamus. Yeah, so they're gonna start doing the Flinch challenges, and that'll be like the new fad when dumbass kids was eating laundry soap and shit. When your dumbass kids was eating laundry soap, you know what I'm saying? I apologize if you're offended by that, but some dumbass kids was eating laundry soap. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's dumb. So, I mean, it's not smart, right? So it is dumb. So the dumbass kids was eating laundry soap. This wouldn't embarrass me at all if they start doing the flinch challenges. Watch your kids. Like my homie Will says all the time, man. Watch your children. Watch your children. You know what I'm saying? So with this crazy year coming up, it wouldn't surprise me at all if a show like this would get picked up by like an NBC, ABC, you know, the big networks or whatnot. Or the streaming people. Like Netflix, they drop another season because they see like they're getting sniffed around by other channels. Or maybe they wouldn't be, or, you know, if they cover up all the lawsuits, you know what I mean? If they cover up all the lawsuits, maybe they can get some, you know, more seasons in the works. Because like I said, I was entertained. I questioned and judged myself afterwards, but I was entertained at the same time. I mean, all in all, it was entertaining, and I recommend it. You know what I mean? So that was it on that. I apologize if I took too much, but I had to. It was a really stimulating show. It was stimulating like all over the place. You know what I mean? I also saw a really, really crazy couple good movies. And I'm going to share those with you too. I saw a movie with Russell Crowe, and it goes by the name of Unhinged. Now, people, I'm not going to give you any spoilers like I did with that other show because that other show was kind of old. So I'm sure a lot of people already experienced that show. You know what I mean? So this one will not be spoilered. This will be a spoiler-free. But it's a great thriller. I recommend you see it. The trailer does. The trailer's pretty intense, right? Because you guys get the premise. It's like some road rage shit. Wow. All I can say is watch the film. It's very intense. It gives a whole nother chapter about kind of stuff at the wrong place at the wrong time kind of situation. And I really recommend you see that one. Man, that was good stuff. Like I said, I'm going to keep this one spoiler free. Russell Crowe does a good job. The other actors in the film do a great job. Man, there's just like nonstop. Like once the intensity begins in the film, it does not slow down pretty much till the end of the film. You know what I mean? Where you get them films where like, you'll get that one, like those climaxing moments. And then you'll have these like dead moments. So almost like when they make a movie too long or something like that, you'll be like, oh my gosh, this movie is so good. Then you have these like weird dead moments where it's just like, oh man, we could have done without this. You know what I mean? It kind of loses your interest. You're starting to get up in the theaters, which I miss the theaters. You know that. Then you want to go up and get a refill or do something. Then come back. Then the movie amps up again to the, you know, to the ending or whatever. This one was not that long. This was a perfect length film. It didn't drag on. And like I said, once that intensity starts, it does not let up. Once they hit the gas pedal, my gosh, they run that gas pedal like they set a brick on it in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and they had it up on fucking stilts, and they were trying to run the odometer backwards, and it wasn't working, but they were just burning gas. Like, that's all they was doing. Like, as soon as they start that intensity, it does not stop. It is just like, boom, pedal to the metal. Like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that movie's like until the end, all the way till the end. Not saying the ending sucked. It was a good ending. But I'm just saying, like, I don't mean like it's like, oh my God, and oh, you know, like an M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's not like that. It's a good ending. Everything was good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying like a happy ending or anything like that, but the ending was good, like entertaining wise. Like, it was good shit, man. I recommend you see it. Unhinged. Russell Crowe, man, good job. It was a great job. Good job, man. Where's he from? Australia? Good job, mate. Or whatever you guys, if unless you guys have a new saying right now, but that's all I know because of the old, like, you know, Crocodile Dundee movies. I got a stereotyping from that stuff. Or when I seen this one woman on Conan, she was teaching like the Australian slang. So she said mate too. So also, if there's anybody from Australia watching, she also said that people in Australia pronounce AC/DC, the band, Akadaka. So I want to know if that's true. You know what I'm saying? She was on Conan, and she was from Australia. He was in Australia learning the slang. It was like a few years back. You know what I'm saying? And she said that, I just want to know if there's anybody from Australia watching. correct if you guys can confirm that she says they say Akadaka because they're from there or something like that. So I was interested if that was true or not. And another film that I watched, it was a great one also, really entertaining. This one will also be like spoiler free also, I hope. I hope humans, but there's no guarantees. So, anyways, it's called Love and Monsters. And this one was pretty fun. If I recommend if you guys like Zombieland, that like Zombieland type film, you'll love this film. You know, it had good action, comedy, and a lot of good stuff like that. The visual effects were good. Everything was pretty cool, man. It was like I said, if you liked Zombieland, you'll really like this film. It had some good action, awesome comedy one-liners. You know what I'm saying? I could set up the premise if you haven't seen the trailer. We have it's like in the future. It's based off the future, and I guess we developed technology, kind of like our Space Force is doing now, and they're doing like asteroid deterrence. You know, it was like an asteroid deterrent technology where they were like deploying these chemical missiles to like redirect asteroids that would be heading from Earth, because I guess in the future there was it really amped up like how dangerous asteroid attack or asteroid impacts were, coming to the future and stuff like that. And so they developed this technology to shoot out a missile, and like I was talking about my last episode, you know what I'm saying? This movie has that in there, which was wild. There's a weird coincidence because I said that before I even saw this film. This happened after I watched this after this. You know what I mean? So apparently these chemical compounds that were in these missiles, excuse me, were meant to destroy the missile, so there was no debris at the end. But I guess it produced like a fallout. And the fallout would fall down to Earth, and it turned into like a chemical reaction. And like you see in the trailer, it created some crazy creatures out here because of the chemicals, change the DNA and a bunch of shit. And so it came into a fun, like I said, if you like Zombieland, man, you'll like this one. It's fun. It's got a good cast, good young cast. I forget the lead actor in the film, but he's a good young actor, and he's making a good come up. They're starting to put him in a lot of films. And it was fun. You know what I'm saying? That was a fun one. Wasn't as intense as Unhinged, because, man, that movie was unhinged. They weren't lying. That was off the chain, all the way off the chain, Unhinged. That shit was crazy. But Love and Monsters was good, man. It was a fun one. It was a nice, because we watched them afterwards, you know what I'm saying? So, it was a good relief after that crazy intense film to watch this, comedy-ish action film, you know what I'm like? It felt good to watch something after my man Russell Crowe, played this great role. I keep going back to that one because, whoa, that was some banana stuff, man. Banana stuff. So, I'm going to get on to some sports because tonight, it's Saturday. Like I said, hit me with smash that like button. If you ain't subscribed, I appreciate it if you do hit the subscription button. And don't forget to drop that notification button because I'm dropping every Wednesday and Saturday, and that way you don't miss one. And so we got some big fights tonight. Ryan Garcia's fighting Campbell. It's coming on tonight. Ryan Garcia's a great young fighter coming up. I think he fights at 135 or something like that. And he's a lightweight and coming up in the game. He's got great power. Also good looking dude. He's got the pretty boy aspect of it, plus he's fucking got the skill to back it up, man. He's fucking knocking dudes out like crazy. And then Campbell's no joke either. He's no pushover. He's got a decent record, but he's really not a big deal. I think Ryan Garcia is probably going to knock him out real quick, and it's going to be a quick one. But that's what brings me back to things I've complained about before, where a lot of these fighters are protected. A lot of these things, a lot of these good fighters don't have the resumes. Like I spoke about Errol Spence Jr. And even Andre Ward. Andre Ward has a small record. Even though he's undefeated and one of the greats, he doesn't even have that many big names on his small record. You know what I mean? There's and then like I said, Danny Garcia or Ryan Garcia is one of them. So he's beating guys left and right, but. I mean, to me, they're not really that big of names. Campbell's, I I mean, I guess he's no pushover, but against Ryan Garcia, he's gonna look like one because Ryan Garcia needs those big names. He needs those big fighters. I can't wait till they finally stop getting afraid and they put Ryan Garcia in with Gervonta Davis. If y'all are familiar with him, he's one of Floyd's boxers. Kid's got crazy power. It's like a lightweight Tyson. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my man's got power. He just fought Santa Cruz just recently, and that was a great fight. And he put Santa Cruz to sleep. He made him night-nighted. He like nated him. He got night-nighted like Nate. You know what I'm saying? It used to be Pacquiao until Nate took it over. You know what I'm saying? Because Pacquiao got put away. I mean, Pacquiao's my dog. That's my fighter right there, man. And he got knocked out by Marquez on their last matchup. It was one of those kind of knockouts. And then Nate, took it over, trying to step into the boxing game. So now it's like you got Nated. Now you got Nate Robinson. You know what I'm saying? And it was awesome. And I feel like that guy Campbell's going to get knocked out just like that. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like he needs some big names. Gervonta Davis, man, that would be the fight in my eyes. The big money fight that, would start 2021 off really good would be, why not have a fight of the year right off the beginning of the year? Because nobody would top that unless you got another big name out there, which would be probably Lopez versus a big name, and then Canelo versus a big name, which Canelo's running out of guys too. Like the last guy he fought, he had to go up in weight, and that guy wasn't even that good, man. He fought his brother too. That's how you know they're running out of people for Canelo to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just fighting dudes' brothers and cousins and shit. Like, oh, this guy fought, back then too, and so he just might as well fight him. You know what I'm saying? They need more fighters out there. Stop protecting them. Let's do this. Get that dough. So I feel like Garcia and Gervonta Davis got to fight. Because I'm sure he's going to walk through this dude tonight. I don't mean no disrespect to you, man. I know you're a good fighter, professional. But, I mean, man, Ryan Garcia's got that power, boy, and that speed. And he's just been working with all the greats, getting, sharpening all them tools up. I don't know if you got it, yo. I don't know if you got it. You know what I'm saying? So that fight's on tonight. And I will be watching that one for sure. And I'm excited. It's probably going to not be that long. I mean, I give it maybe, because the guy can box a little bit in the first round, and they're maybe asking Ryan Garcia to be a little more entertaining, especially if they're paying for the fight or whatever. So I'm going to say that they're going to make Ryan Garcia make the fight go about 3 rounds. Maybe 3 rounds. It could be a late knockdown in the second round, and then he could finish it early in the third. But that's where I'm picking it. I was wrong on my last pick, but I wasn't wrong about the victory. But I was wrong on the other part about Canelo. I thought Canelo was going to put that boy out, but Canelo just pounded my man all over the place. He beat the shit out of him. Then he blew his arm out. He blew that, I don't know if he broke a tendon or what happened, but man, it's like tricep right here. Just had this big, like, softball on his arm after fighting Canelo from trying to block his punches, and Canelo just fucking power just tore through that man's body. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy, man. But, so I got Ryan Garcia tonight, obviously. I'm picking him to win. And I think it might, I would pick it to go 3 rounds because I feel like if they're going to get him into any other fighters and he's putting guys to sleep so quick, they should start making him actually box and not try to put him away just right away. I mean, that'd be the smart chess move, whoever them people are around him. You know what I'm saying? Make him box a little bit. Kind of like how Floyd carried McGregor, you know what I'm saying? Like, make it entertaining and then go, night. You know what I'm saying? So, like that's going to happen to Logan Paul, too. You know what I'm saying? Which brings me to my next talking about Tyson was on their show the other day on that Impulsive, and he was eating shrooms and tripping out on shrooms. And they asked him about the Roy Jones or the Mayweather-Logan fight. And, they start laughing to play it off. And Tyson was like, Floyd's going to beat your ass. Flat out, on his show. I'm keeping it real with you. He was like, Floyd's going to beat the shit out you. And they were like, well, you don't think I got a chance, this and that? And he goes, yeah, Floyd might make it entertaining. And they were like, oh, man, he was dropping them blows on him, but he was keeping it real. That's what it is. He's just too defensive. Like, he's like a martial art expert when it comes to that defense, man. I think there is like a martial arts, I forget what it's called, where where you're the object of not being hit. And I feel like that's what he mastered. You know what I'm saying? He's just like, when they say like a guy hits a veteran hits like a certain expertise level in their game, they say like the game slows down for them, whatever sport they're in. You know what I mean? Whether you're playing football, football with the soccer, football, hockey, baseball, whatever the sport is, basketball, even like Jordan, all them guys, like when they're in LeBron, like as soon as they get like a certain IQ point of the sport and you figure this sport out, that's what I think. I feel like the game slows down for you guys. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean from that. That's what I feel like Floyd does. The game, like, and it's almost like an expert quarterback. There's no defense he ain't seen. You know what I'm saying? There's no lineup you're going to do that they don't see. That's why Brady does what he does. And, Peyton Manning did what he did. And Montana, all them guys, just, you know what I'm saying? They just recognize shit through the experience. And I feel like Floyd does that. Like I feel like he did that. Logan Paul and these guys, it's going to be entertaining. I'm sure Floyd's going to take it easy on you and shit. But I know if you try to throw some hard shit on him and try to get for real or try to do something stupid, Floyd will hurt you. And he will. You know what I'm saying? He will. And he probably likes you guys and all that kind of stuff because y'all, do your thing and all that. But he will hurt you if you try to get stupid. Don't get too like, oh, he let me punch him in the face and that one wasn't hard. This next one's going to be real hard. Nah, man. He'll fucking hurt you. And a lot of people be like, oh, he pot shots and just taps dudes and blah, blah, blah. No, man. Those punches are hard punches. You ever see his jab? Watch him in the bag. Dude, he hits that jab is hard as fuck. I ain't seen nobody walk through it yet. I only seen one. Actually, I've seen one boxer walk through his jab in like the recent time. But that guy got knocked out. It was Victor Ortiz. Like, I don't know if he was amped up on something or juicing on something, but Floyd was jabbing him, and he was like trying to get through, and he ended up headbutting Floyd and all that shit. And then Floyd had to fucking knight him and nade him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So nobody really walks through that jab because that jab is no joke. They always talk shit about it, but I don't see nobody going through it at all. So big ass Logan Paul, just like take it round by round, let him do what you do, but just respect the man, or else you'll pay the price. Like I said, you'll pay the price. And if one of those punches hurts you a little bit and you see the other ones coming, if I were you, I would just, take a knee and look at him and be like, okay, you got me. That was a good one. All right. I see what you're saying. You're the greatest. And then just respect my man because that dude has seen it all. And like Tyson said, he doesn't have, Logan and his host Mike said he doesn't have a vice. And Tyson says, yes, he does. His drug of choice is the gym. Like Floyd is always in the gym. Floyd was a young kid learning boxing from his dad. His dad was professional. And then when he quit, he started selling drugs. His dad was a drug dealer. Mom was an addict and all that kind of stuff. And Floyd was here from Michigan up in Grand Rapids, you know what I'm saying? And from, he was moving from place to place because I guess his parents wasn't always together. And so my man was always in the gym, learning boxing. His dad ended up going to prison, and Floyd still ended up going to the gym. They said he would take his big-ass boxing equipment and take buses to the gym, won a Golden Gloves with his pops was in jail, at a young age. And my man was just always in the gym. So maybe that gym maybe is his foundation where he feels like that's his house, that's his mom and dad, and that's a place where he feels comfortable all the time. And he'll probably be in there forever, you know what I mean? And so that's what I mean about that. Like, those people like that, that's his drug. They say he don't drink or do drugs and shit, but my man's just in the gym. A gym, it's a bad word. They say gym rat, but it's actually a compliment in boxing. But I just think rat would be a bad, a bad word, you know what I mean? But it means something good. I guess, when bad means good too, like, oh, that's badass, and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, he just lives in the gym. So I think that's like why he's as good as he is. And Tyson, he said that same thing. He said that's one thing he don't like about him. He says no matter what anybody says, he's always in the gym, no matter what you say. And Tyson was on their show, and he was all shroomed out, but he still, pulled out the good show and still did his thing and dropped knowledge and did all his thing. He played with some pigeons. He did all kinds of shit. And he was trying to get one of the guys on the host to relapse till he found out, all that stuff. And then he backed down, but he didn't know at first. He almost like bullied him into hitting the weed. It was kind of funny. But staying on the sports for a second, McGregor, I guess, is making his comeback. Everybody sees it. He's going to have a rematch with Poirier. I don't remember watching the first fight, so I went back and watched it over the weekend, just the other day. And I noticed that that fight was pretty quick. It didn't last very long. McGregor beat his ass. So I don't know what to expect here. I mean, McGregor's a good fighter. He's, like I said, he's about to fight, supposedly getting offered to box that Jake Paul kid. And like I said, if that Jake Paul kid is for real and doesn't have any defense, like this would be a telling fight right here because McGregor can throw them hands, boy. And if that kid can't block, McGregor will light him up, But I watched the first fight with him and Poirier, and if I'm saying his name right, and the McGregor comeback looks pretty promising because I think he's going to beat this guy again because I watched the first fight, and I don't know what Poirier looks like nowadays. I'm going to have to look at his last fight, but I mean, their first fight with McGregor put it on him. So we'll see. McGregor knocked him out, so it was like a stoppage. And so yeah, that's where I'm at with that, man. Also, football's almost done. Thank goodness, my Lions season's almost done. They got rid of the coaches this year, the manager, which I'm happy about, and we'll see what they do next season. I'm kind of anxious to see because I'll see if they're for real if they draft a quarterback. I know Stafford's good and everything, but he's getting towards the end. And, this organization has been a little cushioning around our quarterback, I would say. They put a little protective thing around him. But, I mean, whatever. I mean, he's good. Whatever. But he hasn't got us a playoff win, all that kind of stuff. And we'll see what happens. I'll see if they're for real in the offseason and make a move and get a new quarterback for the future. Maybe keep Stafford till his contract's done and have a new guy in the waitings, right in the back, just sitting there, learning on what not to do. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding about that. Sorry about the low blow, Lions. Sorry about that. But with that done, I have some strange news. Or like what I used to do back in the day, I have some What the News. And my What the News topic was some strange new topics that I would find and make you be like, what the hell? Or what the F? So it was like, what the news, to keep it on without swearing, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. So on some news topics for you people. I guess a home in Vermont went for sale. And this home offered, in the basement, there were 7 jail cells. Most people have for new appliances. And things like that. Maybe new flooring or paint. The roof was redone. All new electrical. But no, there's 7 jail cells inside the basement of this new home in Vermont. If you guys are interested. No. But anyways, I guess it was an old jailer's house. It was connected to another building back in the day. And I guess when they closed off, I guess it was closed back in 1969. They stopped operations. This house was still like a regular house. But they down at the bottom was still preserved 7 full old school jail cells. For old school criminals back in the day, which is kind of creepy. You know what I mean? What the hell what y'all doing? Why don't you want to cover that up? I mean, or remove the cages and make it this is basement space. You know what I mean? What if that shit's haunted? You got to be responsible, humans. Come on now. Got to know better than that. But anyways, if you're interested, the house goes for $149,000. It has 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and an updated kitchen. I thought that would put that out there for you humans. Don't forget about the extra square footage in the basement. Any new families out there with a first-time home buyers? You could really ground your children down there. They'd be really grounded. I'm just saying. In other news, I have a funny little headline. A guy tried to sue a company in California because they were selling those those little Hawaiian rolls, those Hawaiian sweet rolls, which are the bomb. I love them. Those are the best. You eat them with sliders or for Thanksgiving or whatever. They're good. Little substitute for a biscuit. Those things are the bomb. You know what I'm talking about, the little Hawaiian rolls. Well, I guess a man filed a lawsuit against the Hawaiian roll company because they weren't made in Hawaii. No duh. No, I'm just kidding. So I guess he was filed a lawsuit because he said it was misleading information, and they weren't truthful about it when he found out they weren't made in Hawaii. So, which leads me to my last news story. What the news? No, I'm just kidding. But a couple in New Mexico, I guess, had their furniture stolen off their front porch, and a few days later, it was returned and fully restored and like reupholstered. It was like painted. They redid it. They refurbished the whole thing. I think that's pretty nuts. What do you think about that, humans? What do you think of like your neighbors? Like you would have those neighbors that would never cut their grass, and like you would have that, like me, like my dumb ass would be pacing in my house, like, man, when are they gonna cut their grass? Why don't they cut their fucking grass? Like I just want to go and cut it. You know what I mean? Like it just bothers me, or they're not keeping their yard clean, or not doing shit around the house, right? So somebody sees their shit out in the front yard, and they go up there, or like somebody, you know what I'm saying? They went and they took their chairs and redid them and put them back in the porch. Like thanks, but nobody asked you, or thank you, but that's also creepy. Because I don't know you. I don't know you, man. And what, are you going to get paid? Am I supposed to leave like $1 on the porch or something? I don't know what to do right there. That's kind of creepy. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't coming forward. Or like, what if somebody came in your house and did that shit for you? Like, you come home and your whole yard was all done. Or you came home and your cars was washed. Or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or you came home and like inside your house was all clean. Like, who the fuck got a key to my house and clean my whole house? That'd be creepy as hell. That would scare me, humans. You know what I'm saying? Like come home and like you just show up and like all your laundry's done and fully cleaned and fully washed and there's no note, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just no note. Like who is the creepy ass stalker living in my? I would check my attic. I would be going to my basement. I would check my cellar if I had one. Crawl space, whatever's in your house. I would check that stuff for real. I wouldn't be playing around. I wouldn't play with that at all. What do you think? You know what I'm saying? Or like you fell asleep, woke up, and you're like, man, my breath is all minty. Somebody done brushed your teeth for you already while you was right before you woke up. Shit was already washed. You're ready for work. That would be just weird. Or you got up and didn't have your coffee set up, or no like automatic timer of your cappuccino or your coffee maker or whatever kind of thing you drink in the morning, and you show up and the shit's already sitting on a plate, ready to roll. I mean, one, it'd be cool as hell. Two would be, what the hell, who just did it? I'd probably ask that question halfway to work. I'd be like halfway to work, like, who just did all this? You know what I'm saying? I have to roll back and be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Make sure nobody was creeping at home. You know what I'm saying? All this cool in the homestead. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that would be creepy if somebody just went through my house and started doing shit for me that I didn't ask for. I mean, I could start with the porch thing, and if you was okay with it, it could escalate into other things like that, like your laundry, like your food, like your coffee in the morning, or you wake up and somebody's already got, like I said, you already got your fucking teeth brushed. Your fucking teeth are all cleaned. They got your little rinse cup on the side, and they fucking got your clothes laid out, and they don't even live there, and you don't know who the hell did it. It was like some Kiever elves just fucking decided to hurry up and set up shop in your house and fucking fix all your shit. Or you got some weird ass neighbor, some creepy neighbor, and nobody knows which one it is. And my man's going around fixing shit in everybody's houses or doing stuff that needs to be done. That's creepy. Or if he went through and cut my lawn, how do you know I wouldn't hear him? Like, what kind of lawnmower? He's got some crazy state-of-the-art quiet lawnmower. Or how did he brush my teeth without waking me up? It was that trink dart. Like I was speaking in the beginning, it was that creepy little trink dart. And on that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you did, hit me with a like and subscription. I'd really appreciate that. And don't forget, I drop an episode every Wednesday and Saturday. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss an episode. And this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya. Pretty good.